Hi guys, welcome to Authentic Drummer. Thanks very much for watching. I'm just having a bit of a look at the Zildjian Gen-16 range. For those of you that don't know about the Gen-16, this is a new take on electronic cymbals. I think in the past we've kind of been limited to having the rubber sort of pads or that kind of thing. This is something entirely different. Okay, so as you can see on the kit in front of me here, we've actually got some cymbals that actually are cymbals. So this is a very short, comprehensive look at this stuff. Cymbals actually look like cymbals. They're perforated with all these little holes here, thousands of holes. Basically, the reason for that is that it actually keeps the cymbal a lot quieter. So when you actually hit these cymbals, acoustically, there's barely anything there, which makes them an amazing practice tool on another note. But the crucial thing about why Zildjian have done this is because they're all about the way cymbals feel. And as we know, when we play an electric kit, sometimes it can be a fairly artificial kind of feeling because you're actually hitting a rubber pad. So it feels like you're playing on a practice pad all the time. Some people really don't mind that so much, but I know for me, this is something that I'd be into. So when you play these cymbals, they actually just feel like you're hitting a normal cymbal. So you get all the same response that you would get from a normal hi-hat, crash, ride, bell, anything like that. Even the nuances like hitting the side of the cymbal, say for instance, that kind of stuff never happens with a regular set of cymbals on an electric kit. So pretty cool. Now the way they work, normally, generally speaking, when you plug in your electric pad, that you've got a trigger within the pad that sends a signal to the brain. In this situation, it's a little bit different. What Zildjian have done is they've not giving you so much a cymbal that can do a majority, like a huge heap of different sounds, but they've given you the actual sound of the cymbal itself. Now, the way they've done that is by adopting something we've seen in guitars for our whole lives, pickups. So these are actually microphones underneath these very wild-looking cymbals here, and they actually pick up the sound that's coming from the cymbal itself, amplify it, sends it to the brain, which in turn sends it to the PA, or to your headphones or whatever you're looking at. So it still works the same way in terms of like at the gig, you would just give a send out to the front of house, but now you're actually dealing with cymbals that sound like cymbals. So if you're interested in some pretty wacky kind of triggering sort of systems, there's not really about that for this range of cymbals. So you do get some kind of interesting sounds coming from the brain, which we're going to talk about in a second, but overall it's more about a playability thing. Okay, so now we're looking at the brain of this Gen-16 here, and this is your little controls here. As you can see, we've got some multiple inputs for cymbals. So at the moment on this kit, we've got hats, we've got crash, we've got ride, and then basically you've got these hats and ride, and then you've got these cymbals here that you can choose from. So we've actually got a china and a splash and a crash. So pretty cool. So but look, honestly, this is basic kind of adjustments here, because we're not talking about samples and all the crazy stuff that you would normally have on electronic kit. This is more about the real sound of some cymbals here. So basic stuff like panning going on here, and individual volume controls, master volumes. We've got a mix between, say, how much cymbal you want coming through and how much drums you want coming through. So you can just roll off the amount of send that's going through to the front. So we've even got some reverb stuff here and some phones volumes and stuff as well. Pretty cruisy and pretty straight ahead. Now the presets, that is really about, not so much about different sounds in terms of you still get, with every one of these, you still get the original sound that was coming through originally that you were hearing, but they're slightly altered. So stuff like pitch, for instance, I'll play the crash cymbal here for you, and we'll see what that sounds like. So if I start to go up in presets, you start to hear the pitch change. You get the idea. So basically what you're dealing with is some different presets on each of these will adjust stuff like pitch, how aggressive the cymbal sounds, or its attack and that kind of stuff. So you do get about 20 presets per channel. But like I said before, we're really talking about taking the sound of the cymbal itself and amplifying that, rather than looking at some stuff that has fancy effects like shakers and that kind of thing. So it's all about, Zildjian are all about the sound of the cymbal itself. Okay, so there you have it. Quick overview of the Gen-16 range. They do come in different sizes, but like I said, on the brain there, you can actually change the sort of size of your cymbals. Pretty impressive, I think, overall. Some people would like the idea of a pad that can do a lot different sounds, but realistically, as a drummer, if you're actually doing a gig on an electric kit or on a normal kit and you just need some electric cymbals, these are pretty cool. They feel like nothing else on the market because they feel like cymbals, frankly. So I haven't come across anyone else that's done quite this level of electronic cymbals. So yeah, I said before, a little thing for me, I'm always looking for cool practice things because we have problems with sound and stuff. If you had a kit that was quite muted, you could actually have these cymbals. They sound extremely high pitched on their own without being plugged in. They're just like ridiculously, like 100% less volume. So really good to play. So yeah, you should check out Gen-16. See what you reckon.